What's up, guys? This is the Board Game Roamer, and I am here with an unboxing of Gaia Project. It is a Terra Mystica game published by Z-Man Games, created by Helga Oostertag and Jens Rogemuller. I probably butchered those, so I apologize. This is the spiritual successor to a Terra Mystica, and I've never played Terra Mystica, but I have seen, heard a lot about it, and I actually saw this. I guess the first time I saw Gaia Project was on Ready Steady Play on their YouTube channel, and I watched a little bit of it, the setup, and I never really thought much more about it. It was okay, but I didn't really watch the whole playthrough, and later on I went back and watched it, and I was like, wow, this game is really good. And I've watched a couple other things about it, read a little bit about it, so I'm really excited to get this, and get this open, and then hopefully get this to the table sometime soon. Take a quick look at the back. I've not taken, well, let's take the shrink off first. So let's just get into it. So let me get the shrink off. There. Very careful. Alright, so it is a 1 to 4 player game. Difficulty, it's definitely not an intro game. You don't have to have played Terra Mystica before, but it's certainly definitely not one to introduce people on. But that's okay. It does have a solo by Automa Factory, if you remember. Automa Factory is the same group that did the solo for Scythe, so that's pretty exciting. So let's just get this baby open and check it out. Alright, so we have a million baggies. We have lots of cubes for the different colored factions. They're just standard plastic cubes, nothing special or out of the ordinary there. Same thing for some track markers, and then we've got these resource markers for energy, which is this purple. Then we've got knowledge, which is this blue, ore, which is this gray block, and space bucks, which is these yellow discs. And then we have this one cube for one faction, the hive, the mine cube or something like that. I can't remember. It's for the hive mind. I just don't remember off the top of my head exactly which faction it is. Then of course we have all of the buildings. Let's see, let me pick something that I think you can see the definition on really well. Maybe the gray. Let's try the gray. So you have various buildings. You have, let's see. I think I can hold this up to the top there with you guys, and it'll be okay, maybe. Let's check. So here is the, well, let's see if I can get this to focus like I want it to focus. Right there. So there's a terraforming. That's what you use to terraform Gaia planets, to make them habitable, or to turn a Gaia planet into a planet that you can actually use. Then you got mines, which are these things. That's how you're going to generate income. You got What else you got? You got these guys that I don't remember. You got academies. I think those are what those are. You got oh, I'll take that back. Maybe these are the academic. Yeah, like that. You got your big building. Pretty cool. There we go. Let's get that fixed back there. Get all these guys back in their box. Just a second here. Lots of pieces. I've seen some overlays and some inserts and whatnot online. So if you do like to do that, you can do that. I do not believe, I could be wrong, but I'm going to say I'm not 100% sure if there is actually an official insert for this by, Broken Token or somebody like that. So we've got our player boards. These are our player boards. There's actually, if I remember correctly, 14 of those. They're double-sided, so each side has a different race that you can play. The thickness is pretty decent. Now, I will say that, of course, I know it's a lot more expensive to do this, but doing the double thick like Scythe did, because all of those mines that you have and these other buildings are going to be sitting along these tracks, and they're just going to be literally sitting on top of these spaces. So it would be nice to have an overlay, and again, like I said, there are overlays online. I just haven't found any that are not just ridiculously, at least in my opinion, ridiculously expensive. Then you've got your technology track, and this is where you're going to be researching different technologies. You can pay money. Sorry, not pay money. You can pay, what do they call them? I see some special resource, this green resource, to do some things, and you can, pay some money to get, pay some energy to do things like terraform, get additional energy added to the system, get knowledge, get ore, etc., etc. And this will, of course, serve as your point track. And then here's the different technologies that everybody's going to be researching, and as you research, it makes things cheaper. You have to research here once you get your Gaia Project component. Again, I don't remember the name. So once you get that component, in order to get that, you've got to, all three of them, you got to research way up here. So you got terraforming, you've got your how far you can go, as far as distance wise. You've got Gaia Project, you got knowledge. I'm not exactly sure what this is. Anywho, you've got all this stuff, and on the back side is pretty cool art. Doesn't have anything to do with gameplay. Then of course we have our rule book. The rule book is 19 pages or so, looks like. Tells you how to play, how everything moves, some pictures, a lot of text, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. In game, some appendices on what each level of technology does here on the research board, what these action spaces do. Boosters, so these are some things you're going to get at the beginning of your turn, and then you can pick some up for the next turn that's going to let you get income or maybe do some actions just to boost what you can do. Then we have the different tiles, technology tiles, scoring tiles, just some tokens so you'll know what those are, and some icons and what they mean, which is nice. Then we have the automa. All right, so this looks like basically how you go through the automa each turn. How to set up each one of the well, I guess you can only use certain ones. How you set up the automa decks for the ones that you play against. And then we have looks like a whole book for just the solo rules. Yes, this is just the solo rules. And not super long, looks like 5, 7, 8 pages, something like that. And then we got our cardboard. So let's just set this over here. So you're going to be playing with these hexes. This is going to be the different worlds, and the worlds do match the colors of the player. So, you're going to have certain worlds that you can immediately colonize, others that you're going to have to work to. Excuse me. You're going to have to work to terraform. You got technologies you can research that's going to give you income, maybe give you extra actions, maybe make things cheaper, that sort of thing. So here's all those tokens. These are the Gaia planets. So these purple planets, once you utilize your Gaia Project action and you convert that planet, you're going to put one of these on it. And basically, the cool thing about the Gaia planets is these are colonizable, habitable by every faction, so you don't have to do anything for them. And one thing I do like in this is once you make one of these Transdim, I think is what they're called, planets, into a Gaia planet, then it stays yours. It can't be, somebody can't come in and, put a mine on it because you just couldn't do it that particular turn, but you were able to, turn it into a Gaia planet. So I do like that. So several sheets of that. I think most of these sheets are going to be very similar. So more of those tokens. Really just more of the same until we get to here. This sheet is this board is basically another board. It does a couple things. Number one, it kind of actually walks you, shows you on the outside how many steps it takes to terraform a planet based on what type of planet you are. Now this is also on your faction map, so this is not necessary, but it's just a good, cool graphic. But this is where you're going to be putting each turn around 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's 6 rounds basically through the game, so it does have a time limit, and you're looking for victory points. So each round, different things are going to be worth different points, and then as you do stuff on this track, as it relates to whatever this is, one of these 2 things here is, it's going to move you up the track, and depending on where you place, excuse me, depending on where you place, you're going to be splitting points or getting points during the in-game scoring. So that's how that track works. Pretty cool game. Like I said, I'm really excited about it. Can't wait to play it. We got cards. There's not a whole lot of cards. Here we go. Let's see if I can do this without having to use a knife. Usually the answer to that is no. But hey, you never know. Today may be the day. Today, hey, look at that. It worked. That usually doesn't work. Just want everybody to know that. So you got some reference cards here that are going to show you the actions that you can take You've got basically 8 different actions potentially that you can take. You've got looks like some. I'm assuming that a lot of this is for the Automa. Yeah. I think a lot of this is for the Automa deck. And yeah, so I think this is Automa deck and player aid. But this is how you're gonna keep track of, I think, some points or rankings or something. This tells you what abilities your solo AI player has. And then this is going to tell you, these cards, you're going to draw them, it's going to tell you what to do, what actions to attempt, maybe if they get some points, move up on the track, things of that nature. So, again, that's for the Automa. So, cool. That is Gaia Project. Like I said, I'm looking forward to playing this. It's going to be really cool. And I'm looking forward to it. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And make sure you play more games. And I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next episode. Bye, guys.